I would like to call upon our first, I wouldn't say speaker, but a first person who will share his story with us. So, he is currently working in Johor Bahru, right? And he used to study in all-girls school from Johor Bahru. And he's also a transgender from a woman to a man. And I'd like to call upon Jacqueson to share his story. Thank you, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Okay, good evening. My name is Jacqueson, also known as Jake, and this is me. This is me. This is also me. And this was me. So I am a transgender man. Transgender means that I was born biologically a female and I've medically transitioned into a male. It's been a long and tough journey, but today I want to share with you my transgender journey of denial, discovery, acceptance, and then adaptation. So let's start with discovery. Some of you may ask, when did you discover yourself? Honestly, from a young, tender age of 3 or 4 years old, every birthday I wish I was a boy. Like Pinocchio wishing that he was a real boy. Exactly that. So I didn't really discover myself, it was there. Going on into school, like Adrian just said, I was from an all-girls school. But I was a very sporty person. So I had always kept my hair short because it was convenient. And I had a short pants underneath my pinafore. The reason being I could lift my skirt up and started running. That was how sporty I was. The teachers and parents, they thought that I was a tomboy. It's just a phase. Alright. I went on to college and then university. The social norms started to come in. You are a girl. You should act like that. You should sit like that. You shouldn't talk like that. It was eating up inside me. I was feeling so sad, but I had no word for it because it was just not known. Internet was not a big thing then. I might look young, but I'm actually quite old. So internet was not there. Even smartphone was not there. We had the Nokia and even Motorola. So no internet. I started having my hair left long, putting on makeups, having big boobs, having a lot of boyfriends. But I was still not happy. Something in me was just not right. There was no word for it. I always thought that if I had another boyfriend, I'll be happier. If I put on a bit more makeup, be more prettier, I'll be happier. And so I did. I also had a few girlfriends. And that was the stage of denial coming in. Having girlfriends was a bit happier, but it was still not there. Something was missing. I started slowly cutting my hair short. I started sitting like a guy. I started binding my chest like, I think you would probably have noticed a few butchers out there that they bind their chest. Simply because it's just very dysphoric. But still, it was not there. I didn't accept myself. I could not even accept myself. I was denying myself. Until one point when I started medically searching for answers. I went to psychologists, I went to psychiatrists, and psychiatrists would tell me, you are very depressed, just not suicidal yet. Wow. What's that? And the psychiatrist gave me two choices. It's either you're going to be on antidepressants for the rest of your life, or you're going to do something about it. If you think that you're male, you might want to medically transition. Oh. That was how I found out. Not from YouTube, not from Instagram, not from Facebook. I had no clue what transgender was. All I knew was when I stripped down naked and looked at myself in the mirror, I would cry. That was how bad my depression was. My brain was telling me that this is not me. I don't look like that. I'm not supposed to look like that. And that small little wish, I wish that I was a boy, came up over and over again. So I tried. I started accepting myself and started adapting. I started taking hormone replacement therapy. Obviously, changes were coming in. It was coming in fast. I needed people around me to start accepting me. There are a lot of coming up stories, but I'm just going to share with you one. And that is the most important story. The story of how I came out to my parents. I remember it like it was yesterday. I sat down in my living room for 3 hours, just sitting down. I had my backpack, I had my wallet full of cash, my car keys, just in case that they would just disown me that day. And finally, I had the courage to call my parents. Pa, Mia, I got something to tell you. But before I tell you, I'm going to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I'm going to hurt you. I've decided that I'm going to go on medical hormone replacement therapy to be a man. And I might go on to have surgeries. My mom went hysterical. You crazy ah? My daughter, how can you be my son? You sell already ah? This is not true, this is not you. I was devastated. I was shocked. I was sad. She was sad. She was confused. She was angry. She started crying. And she said, you killed her. You killed my daughter. Get up. I was broken. Truly broken. You will never know the meaning of your own death until someone is crying in front of you while you are still alive and said that you have killed her. That is, it's just bad. I stood up and wanted to leave. To my surprise, my dad stood up too. He walked up to me and gave me the tightest embrace ever. And he said, in the exact words of a song, and this song means a lot to me because it is the exact words. I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. He wrapped his arms around me and said, don't ever be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what. Even though if you're my daughter, my son, you're still my child. I love you. And I cried. I cried in his arms because I know that I'm loved somehow. And that place that I stay now, I finally can call it a home. It went on. So adaptation started coming in. The changes were coming. I knew that I needed to get rid of that big boobs. I was a double D. Girls will be envious of me. I hated it. I hated that. I wore binders. I would put on sport bras. So from the time that I started working, I've already saved money for my top surgery, also known as double mastectomy, which is a breast removal surgery. I didn't tell my parents until 1 week before I flew off to Thailand. I was just scared that they were going to react another hysterical, reaction. So once I told them about, I'm going to go for surgery to remove my breast. And every parent's concern was, you sure? You sure, man? You know, tattoo is permanent, but there's laser, So you can still remove tattoo, not so permanent. But if you remove your breast, it will never grow back. Are you sure? Days and days and nights, they would keep reminding me, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Oh my God. To tell you the truth, when I went to Thailand alone, because I was just so scared to see anyone see me cry, to bring them there, I went alone. And the night before my surgery, I broke down. I was mentally and emotionally a wreck. I was doubtful. I'm not sure whether what I did was right. I'm just going to pay, so much money to get something healthy removed from my body. Is this right? But I didn't make the U-turn. I went for it. And after that, the next day after my surgery, I was on cloud 9. I love it. I finally felt me. I got it removed. So That's me, that's how I look. I finally could laugh when I see myself in the mirror. So adaptation even more was after taking hormone replacement therapy is where my voice started deepening. I've got my Adam apple showing slightly. My hair is receding, sorry. I'm going bald a bit. My leg hair is growing like a monkey. I don't know why that happens, it's in the gene, I guess. And friends, whether they accept me. So I've got a few stories here and there, but in a short story, certain friends are quite accepting. They'll be like, oh, okay, your new name is Jake, right? Hi Jake. They uses the correct pronoun, he, his. There are friends that personal message me and said that I'm disgusting, you're not worth living, I don't want to be with you. I've even got a friend that told me, I don't want you to stand beside me because people would think I'm lesbian. By standing beside me, you are a lesbian? Oh my god. This is not, even cancer can't spread. Okay, so I've got friends from there and here. And on I went. Extended family started asking, hey, what happened to your daughter? They were not asking me. They were asking my parents, they were asking my siblings, and sadly for them, I have put them in a very difficult situation. How are they going to answer questions like, what happened to her? I don't know. And so what I did was, I actually came out onto Facebook, an official public coming out story, in order for my parents and my siblings, people that meant the whole world to me, to show the people that were asking them, this is his story, please read it. If you have any question, come and look for me. I didn't expect my post to snowball. It snowballed into a lot of encouragement for those in the closet. Even those that were suffering from depression started approaching me. How do you deal with it? Honestly, I don't have an answer to that. All I can do is share them a listening ear, because I know how it feels to be isolated. I know how it feels to be lonely, rejected, discriminated, especially in Malaysia where this community of LGBTQ, it's so rare. I'm not sure how many of you have heard it. We've got communities like Justice for Sisters, Pink Triangle Foundation, and Trans Men of Malaysia. Have any of you heard that? Probably yes, so that's good, at least they are doing something. So this is, slowly the awareness is coming, however, it is just not there. And I think my takeaway note to you guys today, if you do meet people like us, LGBTQ, or even some not so capable people, all we ask in return is listen. Because hate is spread by human, so is love. Love is such a precious thing, it's so rare, it can easily be damaged. But there's so much to share. All you need to do is listen, guide them. They have their own path. It might be rougher, it might be tougher. You can't walk their path. They have to walk it themselves. But what is wrong for you to listen? All we want is just a listening ear. Guide them, treat them well. Do not discriminate. Do not discriminate them. Do not judge them. Let them be who they are. So that's all for me. Thank you. I think I've got one more slide here which I would like to show you guys, which is the transition of my voice from and bigger.
Are you waiting on a lightning strike? Are you waiting for the perfect night? Are you waiting till the time to start? What are you waiting for? Don't you want to learn to deal with fear? Don't you want to take the real risk? The truth is another meeting here. What are you waiting for? You gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you've got. You gotta go and give it your all. Don't you be afraid if you fall. You only live it once. So tell me, what are you waiting for?
For all of you here, I hope what he was sorry. Okay. For all of you here, I hope what he shared is something inspiring as well, and also perhaps your friends and family around you who are going through a similar situation, and you can be there to support them, not to despise them. Alright? So if you have any questions you'd like to ask Jacqueson, you can speak to him directly after this, and then we'll have the next speaker up shortly. So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.